I think we should have a new segment where we play stupid videos on our phone and then hold them up to this.
Welcome.
This is on and that's on.
Hodgie.
You didn't even put up the name thing last time.
I didn't? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
So we don't have names anymore.
Well, maybe if you finally said it after 5 weeks of not saying it, I would put it up. I think that's the reason.
Because
I think that's the reason.
Boneman.
So now the names have to be up for like 5 minutes because...
Go again.
Hodgie.
Boneman. I'm making up for last time.
Welcome. Willkommen. Bienvenue. Bienvenidos.
Oh, wow. We're on the monorail.
We're going to Ep.10. World Showcase.
Oh, my. Oh, my. I just saw a bunch of those keto cookies upstairs, man. You didn't give me one.
You could have one. Well, we should wait because you're always so stuffed from breakfast that you can't really eat a lot. But I'll let you try the concoction I made.
You made bacon.
Eggs.
Were those over easy?
For you, yeah.
You had over...
Hard.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I like
don't
mine
mind a little bit of that yolk, you know. I've tried to... Even when I make sunny side up, I'll let them sit there for long enough, that part of it.
Right.
It's like,
yeah, I didn't know if you wanted sunny side up or...
I don't care.
Over easy.
Wait, man, I don't care.
Because
flop it around. Wiggle it.
My mom is an over easy person. Bacon and 2 eggs over easy. No matter where we go. We're at Outback. Bacon, 2 eggs over easy. Just kidding.
She obviously gets the ribs.
She gets the ribs, yeah. And she eats 3.
She eats 3 of a full slab.
She used to do the full slab, and
$6
she's gotten made fun of enough by the family that she's gotten the half slab. So eating 3 ribs of a half slab.
Ribs again.
So now when she eats 3 ribs, it actually looks like she ate food. But anyway.
Well, she could always get the full slab, eat 3, drop the rest off at my house. I feed them.
So remember that.
Yeah. Remember that, Aunt Cindy. Bring ribs.
So I weighed myself, and I'm down 4 more pounds.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Breaks through
What happened?
a pretty raucous barrier. Are you naked?
Yeah, I'm naked.
Sweet.
Just my socks. So 3. I was kind of mad though, like I told you earlier. Before I recorded, it was 320, and then after I recorded, it's 321. So within a matter of minutes, maybe I put on like a pound of muscle between that, carrying
all
the
that stuff you ate at the... Oh no, that was before the Sox game.
Yeah, that was before the Sox game.
Yeah, maybe muscle just formed at that very moment.
Like me moving the scale.
Exactly. It was all you needed was the final.
But so that's pretty good. We're back on track. I'm back, baby!
What, that was 2 weeks for 1 pound, right?
Yeah.
And now we're back on our 4 pound a week.
Yep.
Fucking whoo-wee.
Nice.
I've been doing push-ups like crazy. People are telling me I'm sick or something. I take that as a good sign.
I did deadlifts last week. I think that kind of helped because that's like it's pretty much you get a full body workout just by doing that.
Back, fucking all this region.
Your legs, your back, your core, everything. Yeah.
The big muscle groups.
Yeah.
You look like this. Sorry.
You look like this.
So I still haven't bought new pants yet. I have to though.
I feel like my 46s are starting to get too big, and but I don't have 44s. I don't know if maybe I just wore them out, and so I don't have any more of them. But the next size down I have is like 40, and I know I can't fit into those.
Well, because before you move out, you move up, you totally max out what's there. You know, like I took 34s till I was breaking buttons and shit. And then I was like, finally, okay, you have to buy 30.
Before we started the diet, I bought 48 size pants, and
so
they were comfortable, and now they're. It's the belt, and there's like an accordion of fabric.
I know, that's what sucks, dude. And I wear Dickies, so they just have that clasp in front. So when I fucking put on my belt, it like undoes my pants. Gotta do some sort of situation. I had to tuck
and
the accordion back.
The 46s are starting to get to that point too. And I'm just thinking, like, should I just wait till I can get into the pants that I already have that are smaller, or should I suck it up and buy 44s? Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Well, because you're planning on going way past that. Yeah. So those would be very temporary.
I do have a pair of 38s that I had when I lost a bunch of weight earlier. Yeah. So it's like, how long is it going to take till I get to those?
Up on the wall.
I'm going to be like Jared. Like, his whole body fit in one pant leg.
That's the only way, though. That's the only way you will be like Jared.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd also like to mention to people, no, there's nothing wrong with my ear. I know it's bright red, but I was at the Sox game yesterday baking.
Oh, one is redder than the other.
Yeah, because the sun was, at the start of the game, was dead on, and then it just kept moving that way. So this side of my face is red, and this side is okay. And
you can tell the time by looking at the shadow of your nose. Fucking, you got a little burn there.
Yeah, right here.
Crispy. You'll be all tan.
Yeah, soon.
It's that Greek skin you got.
There's this guy sitting behind us, and he was with his friends, and the guy's like, "What are you? You're half Cherokee and half Sicilian, and you can't tan? What the hell's wrong with you?"
Half Cherokee, half Sicilian.
And he can't tan.
This is a terrible Godfather character. You were always in the third row of guys. Hey, where's Shit and Vinny? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Give me more. What were you gonna say? Okay.
No, I was gonna say, is today the day we finally talk about Hook?
No.
Well, too bad, because we are.
Oh, man. Oh, this just made me think of Robin Williams killing himself, though, immediately. I still haven't had time to deal with that, either.
That's been a while. Though, when it happened, me and Melissa went to San Francisco, and that's where he lived.
Oh, shit.
And so we went to a Giants game. The White Sox were playing the Giants. Magically that weekend, so...
Oh, I was like, you didn't play it?
No.
Holy shit, that is magical.
Yeah, and so we went and watched it, and they did a tribute to him. They also had a Grateful Dead tribute band come out, because they're from San Francisco. It was weird. But we were driving, and we were trying to find the Full House.
Home.
And Melissa's on the GPS or whatever, and she gets me to this house... And I'm like, this is not the house.
Right.
But there's all these flowers in front of it and all this stuff like that. And I go, but it looks familiar. And I'm like, what is this? What is it? Mrs. Doubtfire house.
Oh, what?
Which is literally down the street and around the corner from the Full House house and the park. We went to the park where, yeah.
I remember her apartment more than her house, because that's where
the house, the house where the family lived with Sally Field and everybody. Yeah.
But that's all his shenanigans happen.
True.
In the apartment.
Except except for the beginning with the birthday party.
Right.
Yeah, when he's rapping and there's llamas and crap running around.
It was a run by fruiting.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way, dude. Oh my god. That movie. Oh. What another hard thing to watch with your father when your parents are divorced. Oh my god. I just remember all these like uncomfortable moments in regular movies where where the father like drops the fucking kid off or something, or can't see his kid. Liar Liar is another one with a whole bunch of custody undercurrents. It's like, oh. You never had that.
I might have thought about you when I watched it, but that's about it. I'm like, is this what it's like for Ryan?
Does his dad dress up as a maid to
I have seen
more time with him?
There was a maid at his house once. Is that his dad?
There was a really skinny, short Irish maid there that one
time. Speaking of skinny, short Irish maids, Shmee.
Shmee's me. What about Smee? Wait, is that what he's saying? What about Smee?
Smee's me. What is it? I'm doing it, Smee. I'm doing it. Stop me, Smee.
Don't try to stop me,
Oh, yeah.
Smee. Don't try to stop me. Try to stop me. Don't try to stop me.
Why won't you stop me?
Does that movie... Alright, wait. So it starts with they're in the real world, the play, and then when it gets to Never Never Land, though, does it just start on his clock, and then it shows his mustache, like, twitching? Is that how we meet Captain Hook? Like, you know...
No, we meet Captain Hook when... So Tinkerbell comes and gets Peter Panning, or is it Banning?
You can never tell.
They don't enunciate
they say it both ways. I feel like, depending on who's saying it.
And so she brings him to the boat. Remember?
Right.
And then it's ba-da-dun-da-da-dun-dun. He's bringing the hook.
First time we see him?
He brings the hook, and then
hook.
and then like he puts the hook on, and then like it explodes, the fireworks or whatever, and then it's like hook, and that's when you first meet him. Like the hook's moving like that, and then it pans out to him, and he's on the whatever that's called of the ship.
The plank.
Well, no, hook. When he's up like on the thing, and he's like, "But you doubted me. You." And then they walk, and then it's going close in drag. No.
Not the boo box.
The boo box.
The boo box.
No.
I did. For some reason it makes me feel weird.
I feel like that we watched that movie, but when we watch it, we wouldn't rewind it all the way. Because I vaguely, like, I feel like we never really watched that beginning part that often. You know, I feel like we kind of, like, we go, like, let's skip all the Phil Collins as a police detective kind of stuff, because that's boring.
That was Phil Collins, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Calls him mom or something, doesn't he?
Yeah. And so it was, I feel like we would skip that a lot, and then it would be, we would just go straight to Tinkerbell comes into the house or whatever after he's been drinking.
Oh yeah,
Mora! I remember that a lot.
Mora! Wait, and then he wakes up and
in Neverland, where the pirates are. And then Tinkerbell makes him dress up like a pirate. And then he can't fly. And so he climbs up.
Have to fight. Have to crow. He had to do all of it. And he has none of it at first.
Right.
He doesn't know how to do any of it.
Exactly.
But he has to do all of it. And hence the arc. The part of that movie that I just always wanted to be real, that never was real, never will be real, is when they're all eating that fucking meal.
Oh, yeah.
With the whipped cream. The colored whipped cream. There's nothing
Well, we can
else.
make it real. We can just color a bunch of whipped cream.
Yeah, but it's like the thickest. You know
Get
what I mean?
tubs
like,
of
whatever the
Cool
kind
Whip.
that was.
Just get tubs of Cool Whip. That's probably what it was.
So fucking cool, though, right? I mean, they're all eating and the
And
balls are
Thud Bite's
empty.
like... Before you go, Peter. I had a friend in college who apparently was in the Chicago Children's Choir with the... Oh, there you are, Peter.
Yeah, well, what does he say during that part? He keeps talking to him. Eat it. Eat it. He's like,
that was the best acting impression. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
fucking perfect.
Dead on.
Spot on. No, he's like, you have to believe or something? What the hell was he say? And then
Something like that,
He's
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's fucking... all of a sudden, oh yeah, the turkey leg, the big ass turkey leg, they have like weird fruit.
And then
Doesn't exist.
Rufio gets all pissed and tries to throw...
Roofie.
Oh! Throws a coconut.
Roofie.
And then...
Oh no, that's earlier though.
Yeah, that's when he first gets to... that's when he can't get the kids... And then they just like throw him into the water.
Yeah, and he ends up back there.
And the mermaids help
lawyer.
him. Yeah. Kill the lawyer! And the play.
Play. Yeah, and they're all in a Rufio. Rufio!
Oh!
They're skateboarding.
Yeah. Well, he's got like that weird track, like sailing thing. Makes a weird noise too.
Rail. Coming to a town near.
So, who's your favorite Lost Boy?
Lost Boy.
Lost Boy.
My favorite Lost Boy.
Favorite Lost Boy.
Oh Jesus.
So, okay, before we get into that, so Thud Butt, he like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I saw on Facebook, he was trying to get people to donate money so that they could do a Hook convention in Las Vegas for the 20th anniversary. And I was like, that would have been awesome, but I think he couldn't get like Robin Williams, he couldn't get Dustin Hoffman. He could only get the Lost Boys to do stuff. And so it like fizzled, and then for the 25th, they got all the Lost Boys together to take a picture.
He's got a gray ass goatee.
I know.
Oh my god. Looks like a fucking Russian czar.
And what's sad is that like he was probably our age.
Right. I mean, well, 92, and he was already that old. We were only like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean,
I was 4 actually.
He's
That kid's
definitely
like
our
10,
age.
12 at that point. How old do you think he is? That's 1992.
But he was in the Chicago Children's Choir with my friend.
You're lying though. You were 5 years old in 1992.
Okay.
That dude is fucking 12.
Okay.
And now he's fucking 60. That dude is not our age. Look at him. Holy shit. And wait, has this guy been in more stuff? He looks familiar. Is that one of the Wayans brothers?
No. I don't think any of them have been in any other movies, except maybe Rufio was like in a dance.
Rufio was ugly as sin. Jesus. This guy's been in more stuff. Was he in Wings?
The TV show?
Remember that guy? Yeah, dude, is that the guy from
No. Because that TV show came out.
Before,
Right.
yeah. Well, according to your logic, time doesn't matter. Years and age don't correlate.
Well, whatever.
Alright, my favorite Lost Boy was always Rufio, obviously. But I liked the little kid, too, that was always touching his face and making him see stuff. That was my favorite.
I think Rufio was
pure.
I think Rufio was my favorite. And then Thud Butt was...
Oh, yeah, Thud was fucking... I mean, because he's just... he's just rolling.
Yeah, he puts himself into a ball and rolls down the ramp.
Which is the best move ever. He's too skinny now, though,
It's
man.
time to
I mean, he really did.
fly.
He really did owe everybody in the world, you know. He owed it to us to stay fat his whole life. Look at him, he looks all goofy.
Yeah, he does.
Looks like he's had a series of odd jobs since.
I think he has. I think when I looked up his
movies.
When I looked up his credentials or whatever he was doing now, after I saw that, he really wasn't doing much. It's like I'm a magician slash entertainer slash garbage man,
soothsayer,
sommelier slash
crackhead. Oh man, what is it? What is that thing?
What thing?
He's got like a rabbit's foot in the older version, the face toucher, and then in this, where they're older, he's got like a rabbit's foot, and in that one he's got like a knife.
It's a knife.
And what's above that though? He's got like some sort of
bunch
phallic
of bones. This thing?
Yeah.
It looks like just I don't know.
Looks like
It looks just like beads.
He looks like Tracy Chapman. You got a fast car, Peter.
So how many cameos are in that movie?
Why? Who else makes a cameo? Oh, so we got Phil Collins so far, and we've got
Glenn Close. I don't know, or like the fact that movie had so many bigger name stars in it.
Why? Who else?
Julia Roberts is in it. Dustin Hoffman's in it. Robin Williams. Bob Haskins is.
That's who it was. I couldn't fucking think of his name, dude.
Shmi. Coming off of that huge successful movie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. 4 years later, see it in a world.
I never liked that movie either. That movie was a little too weird for me.
Yeah,
torturing cartoons.
I tried to watch it the other day.
Now. Oh, and you couldn't get through it?
It was like, just the beginning was like, I'm done. Like,
yeah?
barely.
What is it? Does it open up on like his office or something? Or like chasing the car through an alley or something?
Something, yeah. And then he's like, and then Bob Haskins is like at the movie studio, and he's talking to this guy, like a studio exec, and he's like, Disney loaned us Dumbo for on the cheaps, and Dumbo starts flying up in the window and crap. It's like,
yeah, it's really.
It's just, I know it's
impressive.
A Disney movie. Hey, that movie kind of saved Disney, so that and The Little Mermaid.
That and when Run DMC and Aerosmith got together. Thud was my favorite, then Rufio, then Face Toucher. Tracy Chapman.
Face Toucher, Tracy Chapman. I feel like he was in a lot of movies, though. Or what? Am I just thinking of... Because he reminds me of like Ralph Macchio. He reminds me of Ralph...
He reminds me of every New York kid. Was he the New York kid from Mighty Ducks?
No, I don't think so.
No, he wasn't, but he looks like that kid.
Yeah.
He's every kid with bad parents in a children's movie. The kid with slightly
Was he in Brooklyn Tale or whatever that movie?
No, he wasn't in a Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale. Wrong bureau. Burrow.
Wrong bureau.
Wrong
Burrow. Well, Bronx Tale. How many times have you seen that movie?
When I was younger, I watched it a lot.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time.
I've watched it recently. It's still good.
Yeah.
It's still fucking fantastic.
I remember watching that a lot when I was younger. I don't think, like...
Calogero. That's his name. See?
Is it sad that this movie wasn't more of a success, given the fact that...
Was not a success? What? Anyone you would talk to our age thinks it's a success, so...
True, but I think, like, as far as the movie was concerned, I don't think it was that successful.
Well, they had to pay Glenn Close all that fucking money to put on a mustache, so...
I mean, Steven Spielberg directed it.
How was it not a fucking...
It wasn't. If it was, the 20th reunion convention thing would have happened like that. It wasn't. I think it's like, it's big for
so what's
people
comparable to this? Like
our
Goonies? It was like the one before this, I would say, right? I would give Goonies to the generation right before us,
right.
Like Kelly and Tosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then...
This is our Goonies.
Right.
Which wasn't a huge, like, box office success,
right.
but it's like a cult classic. Yeah, I feel like this really even this doesn't really have that much of a cult following.
Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, you could be right.
Like
it's because there's no. They need a Easy Shirt fucking logo. That's what would do it.
Goonies does right.
They didn't market it right, dude.
We need to get on that.
We could just do the hook stash, dude. I don't know, but that's like not even, it doesn't even mean anything anymore.
Or you could just do the hook and then the logo like that and then
with
that.
A stash on
it. You're like really into that stash.
The hook has a stash. Oh, the eyebrows, that does it more than anything.
Yeah. You know, for the longest time, I had no idea that was Dustin Hoffman. Like, even when they take the wig off at the end.
Yeah, by that point, you're already so...
And somebody, because I feel like maybe we've had this discussion with Kelly and Tosh, and like somebody was like, no, that's Dustin Hoffman. And I think the only movie I had seen with Dustin Hoffman around that time was Outbreak.
Oh, I thought you were saying Rain Man.
No, it was Outbreak. And I'm like, that's Dustin Hoffman? What the... No way. And then but as I've gotten older, it's I can definitely see it.
That's the Meet the Parents guy? Was that like what did Dustin Hoffman have between Hook and Meet the Parents?
I think like Outbreak, and that's...
I've never seen Outbreak.
Never?
No, that one not even a blip on my 90s radar.
Oh,
so
that was a good one.
So I would discount that as not important at all.
It's a pretty decent movie. It's about like Ebola, essentially.
Yeah.
Monkeys.
The Ebola craze. Yeah. Same time as Congo came out.
Maybe I don't know when Congo came out.
It was early. It was on some VHS I used to watch all the time. The preview for Congo, you know. You don't have those movies where you would see the same preview like over and over and over.
Yeah, but I don't think I ever rewound it enough.
All the way. That's why we never saw them getting a hook, because we were trying to not hit the previews.
Right. Remember that? Remember when they would have previews? Oh man.
Previews, yeah.
The kids these days.
Wait a minute for the fucking thing to rewind, and then return to the video.
Didn't you guys have like a special machine just to rewind?
Just to rewind, yeah. They used to have those, right? Instead of just a VCR, there was a rewinder.
So that
it did it faster.
It did it faster, and you could put your next movie in.
Another tape immediately.
Right.
Mm-hmm. See, we couldn't be as enslaved by media as we are nowadays because media just took so fucking long for anything to work. Even a game, there would still be like 30 seconds. We'd be sitting there going, "What the fuck are we gonna do for this?"
Or like the internet, like a web page would take 30 years to load.
Don't get me started on that.
Well, I won't then.
These fucking whippersnappers.
See, I told you talking about Hook wouldn't take that long.
When did you tell me that?
But you keep thinking like it's going to take us like 5 years to talk about Hook.
Well, I wasn't ready to talk about Hook, that's why.
Oh,
this is my worst Hook material. You just sprung Hook on me. I'm looking at angelic Robin Williams' face on that cover. It's like a young Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, God.
Beautiful blue eyes. No, he's dead. Scott Weiland's dead. Lemon's dead. Chris Cornell is dead. The guy Greg Allman died. I'm pretty sure Bob Dylan's really fucking close. I call it now. Right now.
You know Jimmy Fallon?
I'm predicting it right now.
On the Tonight Show, The Roots, they played a Soundgarden song every night this past week. Like when they were doing their like,
I did not know that.
In between commercials and the next segment, they were playing like Spoon Man and Black Hole Sun and stuff like that. Fell on Black Days. 'Cause I fell on Black Days. The Date. There's no Date.
There's no concrete Date.
That's like a Euro. You know?
What? How many ways? Euro, Euros. And then if you're totally Gyro.
Gyro.
Gyros.
Like, I feel like I just started, because nobody said it right, I just started saying it
Gyro. You started saying it.
Gyro, yeah.
Gyro.
But when I order it, I would say gyro. So.
Yeah, me too. If I'm gonna look that dirty motherfucker in the eyes and tell him to give me food, I'm gonna say gyro.
Man.
If I'm gonna look at that dirty crackhead behind the counter.
Where are you going? Where are you buying your
next to a
gyros?
dirty pizza place for like 5 years. They were always smoking crack and making pizzas and dirty chicken sandwiches. Hey man, it's true, alright? Do you want me to tell the people the truth? Or do you want me to lie to them about those chicken sandwiches?
You can tell them the truth.
It was dirty. I'm not gonna say the name. But you can find it. You find it on Yelp.
So what hockey, is it over yet?
It's not over.
Are the Nashville Predators? I didn't know there was that many D's and A's in the word predator until I heard Bill Burr say Predators. The Nashville Predators.
Yeah, I fucking have not been listening to Billy Burr lately, man. I haven't even listened to him since his fucking kid was born. And me and Billy Burr are like this, man, every day. So how's he doing? Is he all right?
I don't know. I haven't I haven't listened to him in a couple weeks. Predators.
Yeah, well, I want them to win. First game is Monday. I'm fucking Cindy Crosby, fucking
he still hasn't won one, right? Or did they win
won
one
last year?
Oh, okay.
So could be a repeat. So that would be another reason why anyone around here wouldn't want them to win.
Right.
But I don't even give a fuck about that. I just fucking hate him. I hate them. I hate fucking.
So are you a Capitals fan?
I like Ovechkin, but they're a fucking bunch of schlubs, man. That last game, they looked like shit.
Right.
And the last, they gave up. They have no heart.
Because
they need to watch Remember the Time.
That's like the Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior kind of thing, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Ovechkin versus Crosby.
Yeah. But Ovechkin never gets his fucking...
Yeah.
It's time! It's time to shine!
It always seems like he's carrying that team, and then...
Well, he tries, but then... And he does, as far as, like, points and hits. He's, like, leading hit, fucking mofo on the team, blah, blah, blah. Right. But then when it comes down to fucking nutting up, it's time to lead and win the game, motherfucker. Dude, it was disgusting. I was sitting there just disgusted. Audibly. So fuck them. But
do you watch it on the toilet or something?
I should have. And I can. Could if I wanted to.
We all can, yeah.
There's a direct line from my bathroom to the TV in the front room. Not on my phone. I can, yeah.
No, you don't need to do like weird mirror things.
No,
you can just.
I can pretty much probably just peep it. Peep it.
Nice. Noise. Noise.
Noise.
Noise. Speaking of Brooklyn people, what is up in Forrest Gump with the kids on the bus, and there's like one kid from Brooklyn, because it's like sights taken, can't say here.
That guy's from Boston, dude. He's not from Brooklyn.
He's from the East Coast. Yeah. He's from the East Coast. Can't say here. That's
shipped him in, dude. He was a Kennedy.
That really
foreshadowing.
Annoyed me since like high school.
That was John Kennedy on the bus, dude.
Can't sit here.
Can't sit here.
Can't sit here. We're gonna send a man to the moon, but you can't sit here.
Can't sit here, retard.
What's up with your legs?
What's up with your legs, retard? Your legs look kind of retarded.
I love that movie.
I do too. I tried watching it the last time I watched it. I think I watched it during some depressing time, and I couldn't get through it. It is too heavy if you're not
right.
If you're not in the mood to be a little heavified and a little fucking taken in by something, you know, it's not just a feel good.
It's so smart.
It's not just him running 100 yards all the time. You know, there's some heavy shit.
I'll make his breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. I think we used to make fun of that. It's like, yeah, you should be making that shit. The fuck?
Yeah, he needs to eat every day, Forrest. He's a little kid.
Look at me, Jenny. I'm doing things that I should be doing. And he's so smart.
Oh, that poor kid, too.
I remember
they should have showed it, like, in 5 years, how that fucking dynamic was going. When the kid fucking turns, like, 13, he's like, hey, Dad.
I think there are sequels to Forrest Gump. Because it's a book.
Oh, man. No one needs to know about that, dude.
So I think there are editions of it.
One.
Yeah.
Because, like, when he turns 13, he, like, tells Forrest to go fuck off. Calls him stupid.
I remember watching that movie on a bus ride to Florida with my high school orchestra, like late at night, because there was like some of us still couldn't sleep on the bus, and they're like, "What can we watch?" And we watched Forrest Gump, and then there's a ride at Epcot. It's newer, so I don't know if Mission Space. It came out in like the 2000s or something. And you know how they all have that videos before you get on the ride, you know, so Gary Sinise is in the video
of Dog Star
of Mission Space. I think it's based on that movie Mission to Mars.
Oh
And I think Gary Sinise is in that movie.
Don Cheadle in it too?
I don't know. And so the whole time we're like, is that Lieutenant Dan? And like he comes on the because you have to press buttons for that ride. So it's like, you're either you get you're an engineer or you're the captain or whatever, and you'd be like, Captain, press the ignition now, and you're like, okay, Lieutenant Dan. And it was, that was the only reason why that ride was fun. I was making fun of Lieutenant Dan.
Mission to Mars. I used to watch that movie a lot. I think I know Don Cheadle is in it, but I think what's his face? Tim Robbins is in it in the beginning, I think, and dies like real fast. Something happens with his mask. Like
what's that movie? Total Recall.
I've never watched that all the way through. Yeah, I want to. I own it, but I was always falling asleep.
Like at the end, they're like, and there's like really bad claymation,
yeah, kind of. Becomes like icy, and like the eye, the eyes fucking. But yeah, what the fuck is up with that movie? So they go to Mars, and there's like this monolith there, and it's like sandstorm the whole time, obviously, so they're pretty fucked. But they're receiving a signal from this fucking thing, and then there is an alien in the end, and it just straight up comes and talks to them, and is like,
"Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah, what is the end game? And then they leave Gary Sinise there, and they leave Don Cheadle there, one of them,
right,
just to stay. But there's like no real point, I feel like, just to bring one of them back. Shitty movie.
The ride killed 2 people when it first came out. Because they used real NASA grade, whatever they're called, centrifuges or whatever, to spin you to make you feel the G-forces. Like, you think you're just in like a cage, and you have no idea that this thing is spinning.
Right.
And you're just like, I was fine. But one of my friends got off the ride, and he was like pale white, and like he threw up in a trash can, and then he was like, "All right, let's go get something to eat."
The G-forces got him, dude.
They made a now you can go on. You can get a red card or a green card, and the green card's like a lighter version, so it's basically like nothing,
right?
And and then the orange card. I remember like. Later years we went back and we were going to do it, and I'm like, all right, let's go on the orange, and Kelly was like, no. If we go on this ride, we're going on the green or whatever.
Such a buzzkill. All the time.
I'll save another story.
Always, yeah. Save one of the other millions of stories of her being a buzzkill for later.
But anyway, so it's like, yeah, and it's nothing. Like, it doesn't even have the same effect.
Just like on a merry-go-round.
I don't know what they do to make it lighter, but people have described it as being in like one of those simulator rides where you're just sitting in like a theater and it moves and there's a screen for it, except you're like in a cage, small cage. It's similar to that, but the real version is a lot better if you can handle it. So, but I've seen like a lot of people I know get sick on it, and
else got
or
sick?
Died.
Bill Paxton got sick on his trip to the moon.
Comes full circle.
That's what happened. He was just about
speaking of that,
full circle.
Which movie is that?
Apollo 13.
Yeah,
Gary Sinise.
And Tom Hanks is in that, right?
Tom his names.
The last SNL, The Rock was like, "Oh, I'm going to run for president in 2020, and my running mate is going to be Tom Hanks." And I was like, I don't know. I would actually, if Tom Hanks said he was running for president, I would vote for him.
Well, wait. Yeah, which one wants to be president? The Rock?
The Rock, though.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're vice president.
But it was kind of funny what he said. He was like, I would get the minority vote because everybody would just think I am whatever they are. Which is kind of funny. But I love Tom Hanks.
President, man, because he's like the bodyguard of the president, man. Tom Hanks is the president.
I love Tom Hanks. Is there really any bad Tom Hanks movies?
Big, right? What's next? Big was one that I watched a lot as a little kid.
Yeah.
But there's like some.
I mean, there's some
adult
like
themes.
Isn't there like Money Pit and Joe's Volcano? Those and
Joe's Volcano like rings a bell. Just the name.
The name Money Pit is like he buys a house and like there's a bachelor party or something. There's a movie like that. Bernie's. It's a Weekend at Bernie's-esque kind of movie, I think, except no dead guy. But yeah, like early 80s, like early Tom Hanks is like not that great
a show, until right?
But yeah, with
like Welcome Back, Kotter or something.
Bosom Buddies.
Oh, Bosom Buddies.
Where they and the guy, the partner, dressed up as women so they could live in this all-woman dormitory or something because it was cheaper or something like that.
Cross dresses.
But then after that, like, Tom Hanks was the man.
Yeah, what was like...
I think after Forrest Gump, he became the man, right? Because he was like in Big and that... I have no idea.
Like, Philadelphia would have been after Forrest Gump.
I think so, yeah.
And that was another big one. But what the fuck else was Tom Hanks in?
Between Big and Forrest Gump? Turner and Hooch. That's a great movie.
Oh, wait. Alright, well, it's going to be after that. But I guess, so Saving Private Ryan.
Right.
Is like one of my favorite movies. Fucking.
I don't think I've ever watched it. Because it's one of those. It was so big that it made me not want to watch it.
Yeah. I saw that bitch in the theater with my mama.
And everybody was like, oh, the first 5 minutes is so... I think I've seen that.
Holy shit. It is, though, especially in the theater. It was insane because for the first time you saw, like, bullets flying by, like, all the tracers and shit, and the sounds, and it was so fucking loud. Crazy. Alright, so then that's a big one. That was another one. So that, like, cemented it because that was one of the greatest movies at that time, right? So it goes from Bosom Buddies.
Turner and Hooch.
But I'm picturing some like John Travolta, Nicolas Cage-esque film during this time period where it was like wasn't that big, but like I watched it so many times.
That Tom Hanks was in?
Like
with John Travolta?
No, like that sort of that level though, like a Face Off, fucking Con Air type fucking film.
I don't really.
And then what else is there? There's Castaway. That was another.
We could probably talk an hour about that day.
We'll get to it. Wait, but what else is there? Tom Hanks.
Castaway.
There's the one Road to Perdition. Did you ever see that? I saw that in the theater. He's like a gangster.
Oh yeah, with his son.
Paul Newman is the old guy.
Terminal. Have you seen Terminal with Catherine Zeta-Jones? That's a good movie. Toy Story. There's a fourth one coming out, so he's still doing that.
Although I think I've only seen the first one, but yep, Toy Story.
Yeah. The Da Vinci Code. The Da Vinci Code.
The Vinci Code. Yes, I remember seeing
Da Vinci
that.
Code.
I saw that.
I
read that.
Is there an Angels and Demons one?
Yeah, probably.
I think there's three. I think there's like 3 Da Vinci Code-esque movies that he did.
Right.
Sully is a newer one, right? Sully.
Oh, he's the
airplane. Yeah.
Sully.
Sully. And I don't know. I feel like there's more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we're missing a lot. I don't know. I feel like Tom Hanks has been in a lot of the movies I've watched over the years, but I guess not. Maybe they just are fucking big ones. Because I never watched Philadelphia or fucking My mom had that on VHS and shit, but...
Yeah, I don't watch Philadelphia. I know what it's about.
Yeah. Too heavy when you're a little kid. What the fuck am I gonna watch that for?
Yeah.
Was he in some, like, Silence of the Lambs type thing? I'm like...
I don't know.
Well... So he's vice president, dude? The Rock? Come on, man.
I think any ticket with Tom Hanks on it, I would probably vote for.
Well, I think definitively, right now, we can say that's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure. If the trends continue. Yeah. Yep. I think so.
Okay.
Who can beat him, man?
Who can beat Tom Hanks?
Who can beat?
Oh, The Rock? I don't know.
He's for the people.
He's the people's champion.
In his fucking title, man.
How did that happen? That he is this actual movie star.
Grinding, dude.
But
working.
Why did this not work for Hulk Hogan?
Work, dude.
Why did this not work for Hulk Hogan? I love Suburban Commando, and I love
dude. He was
Mr. Nanny.
It's an older generation, dude. You didn't have to be sophisticated like you do today, dude.
Maybe
Hulk Hogan was an old wrestler, man. He fucking said inappropriate shit and fucking went to the bar afterwards with the fucking.
I remember when The Rock was in The Mummy. Do you remember that? When he made that weird
Scorpion King.
Well, they made that whole movie with him, right? But then The Mummy 2, he makes like this weird CGI appearance at the end of it.
Okay, yeah.
As the Scorpion King, and then
that's like a lead-in.
Right.
Yeah.
And now he's like an actual actor and stuff. It's kind of freaky.
And that was like his first thing, though, right? Like so. Okay.
Out of wrestling, yeah.
So there's gonna be that. Everyone's gonna be like, wow. But then, okay, yeah. Then since then, though, like, how has he legitimized himself?
He's like in all the Fast and Furious movies. He's in a lot of like the newer ones. Yeah. He was in Moana, the Disney movie.
Okay. That'll give you some pull. If you do like a good Disney movie, then you're like kind of legitimized. Definitely on one.
He's gonna be in this Baywatch movie.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing. I've only seen him in like that movie with Marky Mark and shit, where they're all just supposed to be bodybuilders and they like kill someone. They try to get away with something or some money. Like that was in the last 2 or 3 years. That it was called like I can't remember, but.
Have you seen him in The Other Guys with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell? Him and Samuel L. Jackson are partners, and they're only in the movie for like the first 5 minutes, but it's hilarious because they're like chasing a guy, and they're like on a roof, and they're like, "Should we do it?" And they're like, "Yeah," and they run and they jump off the roof, and then they die. It's like, and everybody's just like, "Why did they think they could make it or something?"
And then they get the other guys. I fucking get it now.
Yeah.
Dude. I thought that movie was going to be too much for me, way over my head, but seems like a pretty solid premise.
Yeah. But yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies. Like, he was in the sequel to Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Okay, so he hasn't done anything fucking that's like got him to this point besides maybe 5 times on SNL, because that was the whole thing that I read.
Right. But I think Moana is the one that's sort of legitimized it.
That'll get you.
But he's not even. But he's not even like an actual actor. He's just doing the voice. But that's a pretty good movie, so you should watch it.
Good enough for Jonathan Taylor Thomas, man. It's good enough for The Rock.
What was he in? He was in Lion King, right?
Yeah.
But he also did like the Tom and Huck movies. Remember those?
That was a good movie. It was called. I think it was called Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Maybe was it?
Or just Tom and Huck, maybe.
Tom and Huck. Okay.
Or I feel like there was 2 of them, and maybe one was called Tom and Huck, and one was called something
Brad
else.
Renfro
I have no idea who that is.
That was Huck. That was like the
Who's
filmmaker.
Brad Renfro? What else has he been in?
He was like a very brief.
This
he
guy,
was that
guy.
He was
Tremaine.
that archetype, dude. He was the slightly, like, kind of shitty, bad kid, you know. In all those movies, he was the foil to fucking Jonathan Taylor Thomas with his beautiful bowl cut, faded. But I don't know what else he would have been in, but he was in, like,
Uh-oh.
Keep talking.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. So...
Not Jonathan Taylor Thomas. No.
What did he do after... Was he just on Home Improvement? He did, like, a few movies, and that was it?
Yeah, I feel like he did a bunch of... whatever studio that would have been. Movies, Man of the House, Tom and Huck.
That's all Disney.
Oh, they're all Disney.
Because ABC did
he was in
Home Improvement.
the last thing I saw him in was do you recognize that guy? You remember him? Like from all those movies back then?
Yeah, little bit, yeah.
He was in a Greaser movie with like Johnny Knoxville. Oh, Deuces Wild is what it's called. I saw that in the theater, and it had Johnny Knoxville, Brad Renfro, fucking more crazy names you don't know.
Oh,
but it was like a modern Outsiders, you know? Right when the Greasers were coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet, dude.
Oh my
sweet
god.
Movie. It's got the girl. It's got the girl from The Sopranos.
Okay.
The blonde one.
The blonde one.
That's Nikki's that's Christopher and Ariana. No, what's her name? Ariana.
I don't.
Christopher. That girl, the blonde. She's in it.
Okay. Yeah, I think Disney pretty much owned Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Maybe that's why he stopped doing stuff completely. He was just like tired of being in Man of the House and
Chevy Chase. You're tired of being in movies with Chevy Chase,
and because he left Home Improvement before the show was over.
Really? Oh.
And they made a big deal about it. But I mean, by then people didn't really care.
Home
Improvement was on.
Show. That was so weird, right?
That show was on for so long that I think by that time nobody cared.
You actually got to watch like a dysfunctional family on that show. I feel like they had the oldest mullet kid, Brandon or Brad, whatever.
Brad.
He was another Brad, and that kid just stayed static. He became kind of jockey, and then he just stayed. And then Jonathan Taylor Thomas started going through his fucking sexual fucking awakening or something.
But he was like
weird in the middle.
He was like he pretended to be like this really nerdy kid, didn't he? On the show,
he was nerdy at first. Yeah,
I thought he was. I thought as he got older, it was like I'm all about college and all. And then the youngest kid became like some weird goth.
He was exactly. I saw a picture that he had on there. It was either like
he had Jinko jeans and like a dog collar.
Yeah, and he had on some black shirt of either like Marilyn Manson or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made him into that fucking kid.
But I think it was because he was that kid.
I know. That was what was uncomfortable about it. It was like, you felt like he was imposing his fucking adolescence on me. Having This is a bunch of farting into trumpets, right?
I did like that show for some reason, but
my dad and I watched it a lot.
I liked it when they would do like the Ultimate Man, whatever, on Binford. It would be like the Ultimate Man bathroom. And then they would like have all these like
stupid
crazy like TVs in the wall and or like the Ultimate Man kitchen and like just be like this giant grill and like flames coming up.
The inventor of the man cave, maybe.
He might have. Yeah. I think that's where people got the idea. Him and Al Borland. Oh god.
And was there a Binford?
Binford was the company.
Son. No, I know, but they were Binford and Sons.
No,
it
was just Binford Tools.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't Sons. No, it was just Binford.
No, they were in direct competition with Sanford and Son. In the trash business. Way better theme song. Sanford and Son. Way better show, probably all around. Fucking Red Fox, man.
True. Was Home Improvement part of the TGIF thing?
I don't know. Because I only watched it on TBS because it was on every day at 5:30 or 6 or whatever.
Because I feel like on Channel 7...
The only thing I remember being on TGIF for sure was like Step by Step.
Was that?
Yeah.
And wasn't Full House on TGIF?
I would feel like that was too.
And Sabrina the Teenage Witch for a
sense.
while.
Yeah,
I think they, but I feel like that show switched channels midway. I don't know, or maybe I'm.
It was Larissa Explains It All.
Family Matters.
Family Matters. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember all those shows. Like they all took a trip to Disney World at some point.
Yeah.
And that's how you knew they were on ABC.
Was that how? Yeah, there's a huge Full House Disney World whole extravaganza.
Yeah.
Was that at the end or no?
It was.
I feel like it was like, they already had the twins, like...
They might have, yeah.
Might have even had, like, it was...
I feel like...
Down the line. Some people
late
weren't
90s,
there yet anymore.
I feel like mid-90s, every family show on ABC went to Disney World.
Totally.
And I think when they opened Animal Kingdom, a lot of, like, Boy Meets World went down, and all those shows went down, and, like, to show off the new park, to get people to come down. Michael Eisner was pretty smart when he did. I mean, it was kind of, you're like, oh, now they're going to Disney World, but
then you want
but then you're like,
Disney World.
Oh my god,
Disney World?
Why aren't I there? But yeah, that's our childhood right there.
For trolley. Why aren't I there?
Well, we're 4 pounds. We're 4 pounds closer to us going. So.
And what is it? 250 or 3? We said 250, right? It was
250. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 321. That's like 30 pounds. Because
Yeah.
you were 352.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. You're halfway to me, baby. I'm down 60 pounds.
I got a long ways to go.
I'm gonna try to, just for the shit of it, I gotta get down to like 160. So like 18, 20 more pounds.
Yeah, we do. We got to make sure we're fit before we go, because yesterday was the opening of Pandora, the world of Avatar at Animal Kingdom. So they have like a whole land based around
the movie Avatar.
The movie Avatar.
Oh, we don't have to
No, it's supposed to be really good. It's not like they took ideas from the movie and they based this land about, but it's not the movie. It's supposed to be like 50, 60 years after the movie, and
it's the environment.
The Na'vi have sort of repurposed the land after this. There's like this.
So I don't know what happened.
There's like a war with the.
My soul threw up, and I stopped watching it.
There's like a war with us or whatever, and this is like after all this.
Lost, obviously. Right?
Yeah, we lost.
What?
It's because it's a movie about like
it's not realistic.
Natural conservation and stuff like that. It's like, but anyway.
We win.
So there's a ride where you get to ride a banshee.
Burn it.
Which is what those like flying kind of dragon things are called, banshees. But this ride, you basically sit. It's like you basically sit on like a crotch rocket. But what I've heard is that they secure you on your legs. So if your calves are too big, and they can't lock it, you get kicked off.
They've got to allot for pretty big fucking calves though, because I see even like regular people, and some motherfuckers have calves that are like, where are you walking all like?
But what I've seen with because they did like a soft open for like the last month, is that people who have gone to review have said like people have been in line for hours, and then they get on this ride and it doesn't lock, and they're getting They have to get it. So that people are like, you should put a ride vehicle, kind of like Six Flags does or whatever, out in front. Sure. But then at Disney World, they don't do that because it's like, it takes away from, especially this is supposed to be really like immersive.
Right.
It's not like
you can't have
Magic Kingdom.
It doesn't exist outside.
Right.
It only exists.
Right. So like, because Universal really upped the ante when they did Hogwarts and the Wizarding World, and how immersive it is, and like even the cast members and stuff get involved, and cast members are all like, if you work near Hogwarts, you're in a house and you're either Hufflepuff or and they get into it, and so like the idea is now to move away from just here's a themed land like at Magic Kingdom, here's Adventureland, and there's tikis and crap, and here's Jungle Cruise, and here's Pirates of the Caribbean, right? It's like, no, the whole area is one thing. Yeah. It's continual throughout, and everything is interweaved, and like the new Star Wars land that's coming out is going to be like supposedly super immersive.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure those floating crotch rocket things in Star Wars were called Banshees too.
Were they?
Like I remember what was that classic Shadows of the Empire, that N64 game, do you remember I had? And there was like that one level. I'm pretty sure those were Banshees.
Okay.
Or maybe that like soap bar looking thing they traveled around on like a little car thing.
Right. But like apparently at Star Wars Land, like there's going to be a ride where you steer the Millennium Falcon as part of the ride, and depending on how you do it will affect your whole day.
Oh, Jesus.
Like
where you go.
Yeah, because they have those bands now and they can track you, and so like they already do that a little bit at some of the rides. Like I went on Space Mountain, and when I was getting off the ride,
they wouldn't let you go a certain way.
No, when I got off the ride.
Right.
But like there's just like like a little escalator that takes you back to civilization.
Switched, it was like
no, but like there's like a panoramic thing, right? And of the new planet that you've reached from whatever, and it was like thank you. There was a screen that had like thank you to Captain blah 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 blah, and assistant engineer Hans Kruger, and I'm like, wait, that's me, and I'm like, how the hell? But it's because I was wearing the Magic Band, so they could track it and just put it on the screen, and they do that with Haunted Mansion too, I think.
It's like Minority Report, man.
Do you remember Haunted Mansion?
Hell yeah.
Okay, you remember at the end when the ghosts are there?
Oh, next to you, you're passing by the mirror.
So they've completely changed that so that it's not just like the animatronic ghost is like just sitting there. It's like animated and stuff. And like when I was sitting on it, the ghost with the beard, he like took his beard off and put it on me and stuff. And so it's like some people like that. I thought it was kind of cool. I know some purists are like, it should go back to the way it was.
I can see it both ways. Yeah. They should just have one where it does that and leave the old ones. Because if I went back, when we go back, I definitely want to fucking go on that thing. And I'll be it'll be for all nostalgia. So if too much has changed, right? But just that's pretty fun.
No, most of it is the same. It's just like little bits here and there have changed. But yeah, so I don't know what we were talking about.
Banshee was also a finishing move of Irish Spring.
Yes, I do remember that.
Point that out.
What was it?
Wrapping a green and gold blanket around your head so that then you did a flip off the couch without seeing anything. That was the Banshee, I believe. There's probably some sort of scream involved.
Oh man, us taking the mattresses and putting them in the basement and just jumping off them.
So fun, jumping off the couch on that thing. Tremendous. Fun times. We could put some mattresses down. We're adults.
I don't know if we could stand on the couch without hitting our heads.
This is not even a bad fort area, considering. So he has one of these sectional couches down here, which is like, man, you could build quite the. If we built up the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, remember we used to do it around the TV, so the TV was inside. But...
Yeah. I saw on the internet they have this thing where you put it sits on your bed frame, and you put the mattress in, and it's just basically like a giant dome fort thing, and it has windows, and so if you want to see people, you can. If not, you can just zip it up. Later. You can zip it up and just be in there the whole time. I thought,
pretty sweet.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kids these days got it made.
Those tents were badass. Those little tents they would make.
Yeah.
Batman and Superman.
It's similar to that, but it fits onto your bed, so you don't have to.
So they don't have to crawl around on the floor anymore?
Yeah.
Soft ass kids. Back in my day.
We slept under the dining room table.
That's right. Slept on the...
I think we did sleep under the dining room table once at my house.
Sure, dude.
More than once.
But... Yeah, because the table is a really easy fort when you're little, as long as you can get the...
blanket to go
to
over.
Stay. You always need weights.
Yeah.
But then there's the question of whether or not that weight will hold, and then if that thing comes off, is that going to break?
Right.
Christ candles. Virgin Mary candles and vases. Decorative.
Detay.
Apollo 13, man. Tom Hanks. And Gary Sinise. Man, they were just dream team back in the day.
Wasn't our guy in that one too?
Yeah, Bill Paxton. He was sick. That's what I'm saying. He was sick the whole time. He took Gary Sinise's spot when he was sick.
Right.
No, he took Gary Sinise's spot because they thought Gary Sinise was going to get sick and he had to stay. But he was the only one with any brains on this operation. And then they fucking put Paxton up there, all bumbling and hillbilly. And then he got sick instead. With some sort of hillbilly flu. And then Gary Sinise had to spend his time in a simulator for like 24 hours trying to figure out how to save their sorry asses. Tom Hanks especially. And I feel like there was someone up, there were 3 of them up there, but I don't know, the other guy was... It wasn't just Tom Hanks. There were 3 of them.
There's another one.
He must not have been that important though. And then you've got another fucking fine gentleman there, Ed Harris, from the ground with a flat top.
From the ground with the flat top.
Yeah, the mission control guy. Ed Harris.
It's good, man.
That's it.
How many movies has he been in?
I thought I was just setting you up there to go on a really long Ed Harris tribute.
I don't think I care that much about him.
Well, yeah, what's he doing? I think isn't that?
Yeah, he was in that.
He was in Truman Show. He was Kristoff. He was
I love how you remember these like really minute things about like somebody's name from a movie from 25 years ago.
Truman Show, man. Come on.
I think you liked that movie a lot.
I loved it. I think that's a great movie to this
I don't
day.
think I've really watched it
it's
all the way through.
I think it's one of those movies that tells a little more truth than they even fucking meant to tell.
Like Lil Nicky?
I went well. Yeah, it's just like Nicky. No, Jim Carrey at the height. Before he got all Adam Sandler too.
Yeah.
He went serious for a while, then he went to Majestic, and then he washed up.
The 23, have you seen that one?
No.
Psycho thriller.
And I've only seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind like once too, which isn't enough to digest it, I feel like. Yeah. But I know it was pretty good.
Yeah, that one was good. He made better choices than Adam Sandler did.
I feel like he had his financial affairs in order a lot better.
Yeah.
And he actually was smart enough to go, I don't want to fucking do that anymore. I'm just going to stop. But
we all know the greatest Jim Carrey movie.
You're going to say... I don't know what you're going to say, actually. Oh, well, hold on. Let me get mine together.
Get yours.
I'm gonna have to go with Truman Show. I couldn't even go to any of the other ones.
You can't. It's Ace Ventura. Pet Detective.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were gonna say Ace Ventura or Dumb and Dumber.
Or Earth Girls Are Easy.
Never seen it.
Oh man, that's got Gina Davis.
Okay, yeah,
it's one of the Wayans brothers, Jim Carrey, and. Not Gutenberg, the other guy from...
Nolte.
No, the other guy from... With a G last name. He was in Independence Day. He was in The Fly, too. He was the Fly.
Oh,
he was the guy.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Damn, I just got a ringing in my ears. They're dying. They're dying.
Jeff Goldblum? It's dying?
My ability to hear. You know they say that, right? When you hear ringing in your ears, like all of a sudden that frequency is down. Yeah.
Well, because you have like 1 million hairs in your ear, and each hair picks up a certain frequency, and so as you get older, you start losing those hairs, and so you start losing the ability to hear those pitches. That's why, like when you're young, you can hear all those high pitches. And as you get older, you can't hear them because you're losing these hairs. Yeah.
We weren't even doing anything there, though.
It was just that hair.
Too.
It was just that hair's time.
Is that why then the hairs grow? Is that why old men have crazy hair?
No,
do those like
those are different. It's not like hair, but it's like like philia or whatever they call it. Right. But they're in the inner ear. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Jeff Goldblum. And it's so like kitschy. It's very 80s. Like they're 3 aliens. They crash into Gina Davis's pool, and like they have to figure out how to fix the.
Oh man, yeah.
But and then Gina Davis falls in love with Jeff Goldblum because they were like dating or married at the time when this movie was going.
That's why she fell in love with him in the movie.
And I think that's why they made the movie.
That's why it was believable.
They just made this movie together.
Normally you'd be like, no.
Yeah. And then, apparently, these are furry. Like, one is blue, one is red, one is yellow. And they're covered in fur. And they take them to a hair salon. And somehow they become human looking. And it's like Jim Carrey's blonde surfer guy. And the yellow one is a black bald Damon Wayans. And then the blue one is this sexy Jeff Goldblum. Well, they try to make him super sexy looking, Yeah. And it's he comes out of the thing, he's like, and she's like, oh my Lord, it's one of the worst movies ever. But I remember watching it as a kid, going this is weird. But I know these people because they're super famous now. But Ace Ventura is one of my favorite movies. So,
was Jeff Goldblum in Ace Ventura?
No.
But he was in Jurassic Park.
He was in Jurassic Park, yeah.
He was in
Independence Day. And that's
the two I was thinking.
And I think that's it. Yeah. Now he's in those commercials. He's in Portlandia?
Yeah, he's in Portlandia like a lot.
And he does those commercials for rent.com or apartments.com.
He's way better than that fucking Trivago bastard. I feel like they tried to get a Jeff Goldblum-esque person, but he's just the creepiest.
That is true.
Gray-haired dude. His shirt's way too unbuttoned. It's Trivago.
He has a super deep
I'll
V.
personally bed you down.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah, that was it for Jeff Goldblum. Are we the ones who just decide if people are done or not? Yeah. Jeff Goldblum's done.
Jeff Goldblum is definitely done.
We need to bring Emilio back.
We need to find him, first of all, and then bring him back.
He's off skating somewhere. He's playing in the minors, man.
We got to find the Minnesota Wave.
He's
coaching the Minnesota.
Las Vegas.
He's coaching the Minnesota Wave right now.
Trying to bring back the North Stars. He's going to be the coach of the new Las Vegas team, the Golden Knights.
Is that what they're being called?
Yeah, can you believe that? Can you believe they put... Come on, dude, this is too easy, man. The Golden Knights. Las Vegas.
Are they getting they're getting a football team too, aren't the Raiders? Right. The Raiders are moving there.
Yeah, but the Wolves are going to be their AHL team.
Oh, really?
The Golden Knights.
They're not... they never were... Oh, no, they were.
They were Vancouver, and then they were... Nashville or something.
Oh, right.
Or St. Louis, one of those two. And then over there.
Remember when the Wolves were really good before they went to the AHL?
They still are. No, they are. Like, they just won.
Oh, they were in the playoffs. I know that.
They just won whatever like last year, and they're still fucking. Yeah, but they were really
they were
good
winning
back then too. I feel like they've always been fucking good.
Yeah.
Besides besides the time when they weren't.
They were always really good, except when they weren't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think the Raiders are moving there too.
The Raiders.
Why didn't... I thought there was like a rule that Las Vegas couldn't have teams because of all the gambling.
It must have changed now. Yeah. Especially if they're getting them all at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
there was some law about even sports betting in Vegas, I thought.
Yeah.
And that's why they couldn't.
Right. I thought it was because like Vegas was like one of the few places you could do.
All the online shit is like you can bet anywhere now.
Right. That's true.
You can bang a hooker anywhere now. You don't even have to go to Vegas anymore.
Woo. But yeah. Okay.
We should go to Vegas sometime, Go.
Okay. I remember going. I just graduated 8th grade, and me and my dad went.
Yeah.
That's such a weird time.
Kind of like a bar mitzvah.
Well, we went on a road trip from Chicago to LA. And we went to like Yellowstone, and we went to what's the one in South Dakota?
Flintstone.
No, Mount Rushmore. And then we went to LA, and then we went to Vegas and Grand Canyon and Oklahoma City. We saw the memorial to the bombing. But that was only because it was like we needed a place to stop before we went back to Chicago.
Dad was like, yep.
Oklahoma City. Oh, we went to Albuquerque, New Mexico, too.
Albuquerque?
Yeah, because we had gone when I was like 3, because my dad almost got a job as a principal out there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so like the whole family took a trip out there when I was like 3.
Damn, you could have grown up in Albuquerque.
Yeah, thank the Lord I didn't do that. Because when we went, and I'm like, wait, we would have lived here? Like, oh, so trashy.
Really?
Yeah. It just, what's the show Breaking Bad? Is that it's like set like, and it seems really trashy.
Yeah, it's around there, Arizona. Or something.
It's like New Mexico. There's a reason why they made it seem so trashy because it is.
Yeah, it's like Josh Homme's from and shit. dirty people. that desert fucking Billy. Those motherfuckers are even crazier maybe than the woodland Billies.
Yeah, I think so.
They just decided to stay where there was no water and shit.
So,
while redhead.
So we went to Vegas and like back then they just started doing like
New
little
Vegas.
Kids.
Oh right.
For like little
Making
kids.
It hokey and family.
Yeah, and like having roller coasters and stuff, and
family
it was just like
attractions, which probably fucking killed.
So it was still kind of seedy, but whatever.
It was still seated.
And then like going later, like we went, me and Melissa went like maybe like 15 years ago, like 10 years ago. 10 years ago we probably went, and it was like almost full blown, like every casino hotel had like a full blown arcade, not just like these little podunk things that they had when I was younger.
Time crisis and everything.
Probably. But they would have, like one had like NASCAR simulators and things like that. Yeah, it was like
what? It
was pretty intense. Yeah.
Fuck Disney World, dude.
No. Don't you dare.
I'm going to Las Vegas.
Don't you dare speak ill of my Disney World.
NASCAR simulators, man.
Disney World has that.
No.
Test track. You become the test track. I do too.
I want to see that shit. I want to have
everybody I know has gone except me.
I want to have an evil ass wand and I want to point it at shit.
Everybody is like, finds a time when I definitely can't go, and they go, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to Universal. You want to come?" And I'm like, "I can't." And then they go, "Well, we're going to see Wizarding World." My parents did that. I think Melissa did that, so she's been there and I haven't been there.
Wait for me, dude. You're gonna do it without me, son of a bitch.
No, I'll do it.
I know you're gonna do it without me.
I told you we should just go to Universal. We should just go to Universal. Pick a day. Just go to Universal. It only takes like a day to do that park. You don't need too many days. You could do it in a weekend. It's 2 parks. Well, they just opened a water park, but that doesn't count. They're trying to make their water park their third gate, their third ticket. They're calling it a water theme park, not just a water park. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to like really like Disney World has 2 water parks. They don't count them as theme parks. Yeah. Mm. So. Mm. I don't want to sound like a Disney snobist, all snooty, but over enunciating all my words. But yeah, I think we should do it. I think we should just go to Universal 2 days. Take 2 days and go. Because Dueling Dragons, man, it's going to be done September, and you're never going to get to ride it again.
We're getting legs lopped off and shit. I'm not going out.
They don't duel anymore. That's why.
What's the point?
Because
I either want to duel and have the chance of getting my leg lopped off, and if it gets lopped off but we win, it's fine. All right. But without the fucking competition, man.
I think in a couple weeks we should start doing some training, and then August.
Gotta do a lot of calf raises.
August we go. We see how much weight we lose, and we go, and we see how we can keto at Universal. We can see if you can keto at Universal.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think take 2 days. This ain't no Disney trip where you need 10 days.
But I want to hang out at Hogwarts until I feel like I live there, though. You know, like a good
month.
Good 9
we could spend like we could. All right, 3 days.
We become regulars
3 days
at the fucking bar.
3 days
where we just drink butterbeer all day, and everyone knows us by name.
My name will be Norm. I'll dress up as a Hogwarts mailman. Call me Norm. 3 days.
Yeah, man, dude, they have
We'll
fucking
spend one
owls,
day.
man.
We'll spend one day at the regular Universal. We'll spend one day at Islands of Adventure with Sans Hogwarts, and then the third day we'll just spend the whole day at Wizarding World. Let's do it. Let's book it.
Sans hands.
Sans hands.
Sans.
It's official. We're gonna do it, and we'll.
Wait, what?
And we'll.
You don't have any motivation if we go in August. You'll be like, oh.
It's not Disney World.
I went to Florida. You'll just start.
You don't understand. It is not the same thing. My passion for going to Disney
Okay,
World.
but if we go in August, will you come on all the rides with me?
Yeah, if I can fit on.
Yeah, right. Well, how will we know? You're going to be all worried.
No, I'll be okay.
Stand there.
Well, at Universal, they have the ride cars in front.
Oh, because it's not Disney.
Right.
You're supposed to know you're at a theme park.
We can ride the Jimmy Fallon ride and tell everybody how crappy it is. Sorry, Jimmy, but I've heard your ride's pretty shitty.
We want to see for ourselves, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and then... Man, he's going to get it, dude.
Because we know the only other... Besides our sisters, the only person who watches this is Jimmy Fallon. And Bill Paxton's widow.
Oh, man.
Manilio.
I forgot about all the people he left behind. All the Paxtons. I was so concerned with how it affected me. I didn't even think about the Paxtons left behind that I could have been helping out this whole time. Probably need someone to talk to. So we're gonna make training videos. We'll do like body weight squats and push-ups, shit like that. Maybe even make you run a 40 and time it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
definitely. You got a forest preserve by your house, right?
Yeah, dude. We like a sweet ass field or forest.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of shit.
And you got the cave, the gym in the cave, right? In your basement?
Yeah, it's like on the
We could do that.
We could tape down there. It looks like a Fight Club murder house.
Well, if you want, I can come over one day and we can make it look a little nicer. Just a little bit nicer.
We have it on tape.
That's
that you said that, and then when you come over, you're gonna be like, "Oh, fuck!"
No, that's like when I was in high school. I was in a band with Ivan, and the guy that we would go over to, his basement was just like full of crap, right? And we spent like a whole afternoon moving stuff around to the point where all I had was enough space for me to stand with the bass and like my amp, and Ivan to stand with his guitar and amp, and then the drum set. And it was like,
God.
It was that.
Did it absorb all the sound at least? All the shit down there?
But his drum kit like didn't even have. He liked it because he liked the sound of it because it didn't have any heads like underneath. Like his toms didn't have it, and his bass drum didn't have a front head either. But it was just, and it was like so loud. I'm like, oh my god! But we didn't really have a drummer for very long, so we had a drummer for maybe like 2 months, and we did a show, and then that was it. Because he was one of the people. He played keyboard and he sang, and he got us a gig like out in the boony suburbs, so nobody could get to it because we were in high school, and it was like we had to. It was like one of those deals where like you pay for the tickets and you have to get people to buy them, or else you're out of. It was even past that. It was like a place. You know how they have those indoor golfing ranges in those big, like, inflatable dome kind of things. It was that, but like the bar in the bottom, and like every band didn't show up except us.
They didn't even show up?
No, they were like, oh yeah, they're like, oh, can we we're going to put your equipment in the back
right
now because like we're going to line them all up. Right. And you guys, this one band said they're not coming, so you guys are going to headline. We're like, oh, okay. And then it was like, oh, the next band's not coming, so you can start whenever you want. And it was just like me. It was like my dad and like some other like family people, and that was it. That was the show. It was like we played our concert. It was like 5 people, and then like after that, we never played again. Oh, we played the Battle of the Bands at our high school, and that was it. I was like,
I saw you at Haunted Trails. You don't remember that? If you didn't play there, then I saw what you're talking about.
Yeah, then that's what you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was me and your dad standing there in like a basement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this tall too. This basement is not very tall. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you were there or not.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Remember, we were the only band.
Yeah,
because every band.
Me and your dad were like the only ones there.
Yeah, I was like. I feel like we only played like one show more after that.
Oh,
and
man.
I think the drummer was finally just like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
I mean...
And it was so hard to find drummers back then for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, it's still fucking hard to find any money. But that kind of thing where you go and you play and no one's there, it's such a special, funny, like, every fucking musician or anyone that does anything public, I guess maybe a stand-up person or anyone that has ever done anything like that, and then you go and you've spent all this time preparing, and you take all your shit and you set it up with the fucking place, and you got a time to start, and then you stand there with your boys and you just play to no one. Oh! Like, you don't understand it unless you play it.
Yeah.
And it makes me smile with joy, but it's so heavy, too, because it's just like...
You feel, you're like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I mean, I think that's the least amount of people I've ever played for. Because even the band that I was in later, we played like 2 or 3 gigs, and we played at like Lyons Township High School.
Right.
So it was the whole auditorium was filled. And we played at like a church basement thing, but the whole thing was filled. So it was like we were still opening and stuff, but we didn't headline. We didn't go from opener to headliner or to play for my cousin.
Headline that.
Oh man, I feel like that was the most awkward one though.
Well, I remember like being in the car, and then I remember kind of moving the shit in, and it was like in a basement. So I remember like kind of like you would get down there, and then you were in the room, and then it was just like me, you, your dad, Ivan, the other dude, and then like, but at the same time we were like 16 or 17.
So we felt like that. This is what you did.
Yeah,
you're just starting out.
You still felt nervous, like still, because you're not in your basement anymore. Right. So you're like, oh shit, this is about to go down, you know. So you still play in earnest anyway, because that's just what you do.
Right.
That's the thing. I'm gonna play.
And no one's gonna boo you because they're your family.
I should have But like and what's funny about it is that like that I know even at this point there will be like so many more times where that happens to me again. I mean it almost happened the last show I played, and then all of a sudden like 40 people fucking all showed at the same time, and I was like, oh, cool, but before I started to fucking sweat. I was like, god damn it, no one's gonna show up, this is gonna suck. And then your friend shows up, and then you kind of look at each other and laugh like, yeah, no, we came all the way out here, so did I, and nothing's going on.
At least the other bands show up too.
Yeah.
Unlike that. Well, that was such a weird thing. It was like...
See, I thought that was at that place, though. I thought that was at that place in Bridgeview at Haunted Trails, and it has golf and stuff there.
I think this place was farther than Haunted Trails.
All right.
It's like off of 294-ish.
That's right where that would be. Because 79th and Harlem, that's right where 294 hits.
But I feel like it wasn't it felt like it was in the middle of nowhere, though. Like, maybe not that far south.
Ask your dad.
He might remember,
He would probably remember.
But yeah, and just being like, me and Ivan already felt like, this is garbage that we had to... Because, like, Andres was like, well, you guys don't have to pay for... You don't have to pay for the tickets, I guess. You know, I'll cover it. Because he's the one who booked the gig. And I'm like, yeah, me and him were like, this is garbage. Like, this is... You picked a place that's so far away. Yeah. Nobody from school can come and see us.
Exactly.
Because we're 16. Nobody drives yet. And it's like, come on. And... He's like, all right, I'll eat it, I guess, you know, because how many people bought tickets? Nobody. How many people were there? 4. So 4 tickets out of the 50 you were supposed to sell, or something like that.
Oh my god!
Or some crazy number.
Nonsense anyway. Yeah, when they want you to do that shit.
And so me and him were already like, this is a total scam. Right. This is not like a legit thing. Right. This is a scam. And then. The other bands backed out, and to me, in my head, it was more. Me and Ivan were like, "Yeah, this is a complete scam."
Now it's even more of a fucking scam. Right? No one's gonna show up. No one's gonna play with us. We paid to come here, put our shit down, and play.
Right. Because I think Andres kept playing gigs at like the rave. You know how the rave in Milwaukee will let you play on the side stage, but it's a similar thing. Like you pay
exactly.
You pay up front to play.
Right.
Like they don't pay you. So it's like I don't know.
We did the same thing in high school. I was still a senior maybe or junior, and then George and all them in Soundson were not anymore. They had just all graduated.
Right.
And we did that Emergenza Festival, which was the same thing where you got in based on I guess whatever you played, but then every show was just a battle of the bands. All dependent on the amount of tickets you sold. We were all under 21, and this was a 21 and over bar fucking Battle of the Bands competition. So we played at the Note first. Nobody fucking showed up besides, like, you know, a couple parents. We got no votes out of the 5 bands. For some reason, they brought us back because they're like, you guys are good. We were fucking good. We were better than these motherfuckers, but we had no one there. Yeah. Like by far. All I did was sing bad, but the dudes who were musicians were fucking great.
Yeah, that band was really good.
All those kids could play, especially for being 18 and shit. And so they brought us back just based on that. We played either at the Note or the Double Door the second time. Same fucking thing happened. Tons of fucking people, no votes. They brought us back a third time because they're like, let's see how you do this fucking time. Right. Even though we got nothing. The third time we played the Double Door for sure. Packed. I think my dad was there, Uncle Eddie was there, my mom came. But again, like, no, they didn't bring us back because at that point it was like getting to the levels where people were selling like 60 tickets for this show.
Right.
Because if I was 29 now and I had to show a Double Door, I could probably sell a couple fucking tickets if I had a month to notice. And go, my friends would definitely, a few of them would buy them.
Definitely. Yeah.
But back then it was nothing. But it was cool because I still got to play the Double Door when I was like 17.
Yeah.
Fucking act like a moron. But it was such a shitty, the whole thing. Emergenza shitty. Gotta earn your keep, earn your dues, take your medicine.
Yeah.
Just keep playing. Like this thing. It's kind of like this.
Yeah. Hopefully today we have no technical difficulties, but we'll find out.
I don't know. We're going pretty long. I'm waiting for this thing to come.
Oh, I definitely. Well, it might because we've gone so long. It might just from that, but I cleared it out, so it won't just stop like midway.
No one's watching. We're just doing it.
Yeah, that's true. We have like 2 people who.
Just for the.
It's either your sister or my sister comments on it,
and your mom. That's it.
But she comments on the Facebook page.
Like YouTube comments from
Kelly and Tosh comment on YouTube.
Guys, all YouTube commenting.
So, hey.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, you know, just for the love of the game.
Yeah, we know nobody's watching, except for Jimmy.
But we have except for Jimmy Fallon. He steals our jokes, I might add.
Yeah.
That one about the retards he stole last week.
So
Questlove is thinking of coming over here.
wouldn't that be funny if the Roots were just in the back corner?
One day we turn it on, same as always, like I'm looking at my phone, but fucking the Roots are here, packed into the corner. Yep. Well, okay. So we've got the plan to do the video, just like Max is working on, do a little, just a bar test. Where are we at this point?
Right.
You're gonna make me a keto cookie concoction.
We should videotape you eating that.
Yeah, that thing. That sounds good. I'm continuing. I do my oil every morning. Put in my coffee. I go to work. I eat a fucking shitload of bacon. I eat a yogurt or two, and then I figure out what to eat for dinner, and that seems to be working.
Yeah.
So I was just 180 when I weighed myself upstairs here, but I've been pretty consistently 170. I don't know. That's kind of disheartening because I thought I was gonna drop further down.
It also depends on where you put that scale in the house.
Sure.
Some spots are. I've noticed that if I put it here, I'm usually heavier than if I put it at this part. But
I should have made note of where that video was taken. Put the scale there. Oh yeah.
Well, if Melissa is around to videotape it, then it's like in the center of the house. But if not, I have to be more by the dining room and hook up the camera to the tripod. But those two areas are pretty equal. It's like, but for some reason, the bathroom, you weigh a lot more in the bathroom than if you go outside. I don't know. That's weird. So, like in maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we should have a lot of content that we can put up on the channel, and
by then, we can revisit Hook. Because everyone will have forgotten about it.
True. I mean, we really didn't talk too much about it.
No, I do not want to.
We didn't talk enough about Hook, so. Oh, if you have a movie you want us to talk about, like Young Guns,
so we need to
comment, and
we're
then
both gonna have more time off. We should actually watch them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Comment, and then we'll get around to it.